and says, a hose full of water is placed inside 2 cups of water, as shown in image X. What will be the final state of the system? Will it be A, where the bottom cup is largely filled with water and the top cup is almost completely empty? Is it B, where a large portion of the water from the top cup has been transferred to the bottom cup? Or is it what we see in C, where almost the entirety, if not the entirety, of the water in the top cup stays in the top cup and little to none is transferred to the bottom? Now what we see in this example is an example of a siphon, and a siphon uses a pressure differential to force water from one position to another. And this requires one container to be at a higher position and another container to be at a lower position. Now, the operating principle is that the hose, so the end where water or another liquid is being transferred, is under a vacuum pressure, or in other words, a very low pressure. And the other end is under a much higher pressure. And again, it's this pressure differential that will see water flow from one position to another. Now, this process will stop when the hose is empty or the water has reached the same level. So let's consider our answer options. Well, in C, we see something that frankly makes no sense at all. We see little to no water has left this top cup, and consequently, this bottom cup appears to be at the same volume as how it started. However, we can see that the hose is now empty. So this really makes no sense at all, and therefore C is not the correct answer. Now moving on to B, we see something still incorrect, but a little bit trickier to notice, because we do see that water has been transferred from the top cup to the bottom cup. And as I said, one of the stopping points is when the water level is the same, which it appears to be close to the same. However, we can note that there's still water in the hose, and moreover, in fact, the bottom cup actually has a slightly greater volume than the top cup, which is not possible with a siphon system. So B is likewise not correct. However, in A, we do see something that makes sense for the final state of the system. We see that the top cup has been largely drained, the bottom cup has been largely filled, and now the hose is empty with water. So that meets one of our 2 conditions. So therefore, it's A that represents the final state of the system, and the correct answer is A.